We're here at what will be the entrance, the new main entrance to the new stadium on Whittington Moor, now that the land is in the ownership of Chesterfield Football Club. We're here with the Chesterfield Chairman, Barry Hubbard, and the Development Director for Wilson Bowden, Neil Hartley. Well, Barry, here we are, main entrance. How's it feel to be in the ownership of 10 acres?
Fantastic, isn't it? It's taken 20 years to get this far, so we're very, very happy.
Can I ask you, Neil, why is it only now that the land's been handed over? What's been going on?
Well, we've had a lot of remediation work to finish across the whole site, not just on this plot. We've had to get the 3 contracts right with ourselves, Tesco and the football club, and all that's taken a little while. But planning's in place. We've started on site. You can see behind us activity going on, and we're now pleased to be able to hand over the land to Barry and the football club.
Well, Barry, perhaps you could just give us our bearings here as to where we are and just take us around the side.
Well, this is about the main entrance to the west stand, and the west stand over there, of course, is the Sheffield Road. To my right, over here, will be the north stand. This is where we envisage away supporters will go. Now, if I turn around over here, the community stand will be over there. Tesco's are over there. You can see the work they're doing. They've started already. And then over towards Chesterfield, this is our south stand, which will be known as the Spine Cop End for all our home supporters to go. So it's great. It's something that I'm sure a lot of us never thought would happen. But to own this land is great.
Well, Tina on the camera there is looking at what is the main entrance, which is opposite Fitness First here on Sheffield Road.
That's right, yeah, opposite Fitness First, that's the main entrance, and then you drive in here and the car park here for 420 cars.
So when they come in, to the right-hand side then is going to be the main car park for Chesterfield supporters.
Yes, that's right, that's right.
And on the far side there's railings there and there's a road. Now, what is that road that comes in onto the side?
That is Tesco's road. They will use that to bring all the goods and all the all the goods there. They go straight down this road and turn into Tesco site. And also our away buses will come down there and turn into our land. So we will use it. Tesco use it. Tesco own it. And, of course, KM can also use it.
We're stood now on what we think is more or less the centre spot, or it will be, of the new pitch here in the new stadium. Barry, this new pitch that they're going to have here is going to be big enough for internationals, isn't it?
Yes, it'll be the maximum size for pitches in the UK, in the world. Yes, it's the maximum size this is going to be. So we'll be able to play all internationals.
But of course, before all of that, some building work has got to be done. Tell us about the building contract. That's still to be signed, isn't it?
Yes, well, now we've got the land. We couldn't sign any building contracts till we got the land. So now we've got the land, we can start signing the building contracts. Now, I believe that, as I said at the annual general meeting, we want to be here for the season after next, 2010-11. So it's got to be finished by May next year. So if that's the case, it's got to start before May this year. So start in May this year. So that is our intention. So the building contract should all be signed before the end of April, and off we go.
Neil, is there any more work that you have to do in terms of the entrances or whatever to this side?
We've got some works to do on Sheffield Road, also the Lockerford Lane roundabout, to make the capacity on these roads capable of taking the traffic for the whole development, including the football club and Tesco. In terms of this particular site itself, we've now finished, so we're ready to hand over to the club's builders to get on with that in May time, as Barry said.
Just tell us, how did you come at this configuration in terms of what's going on onto this overall 22-acre side?
Well, in essence, you take 22 acres and you look at how you're going to split it up between the users. Obviously, Tesco, moving across from the other side of the road, need to be as near to their existing site as possible with prominence onto the main roads. That's important for them. Their store is twice as big as the existing one. And then putting the club onto Sheffield Road makes it closer to the town, feel part of the community around here, Whittington Moor especially. So that's worked out really well.
Well, of course, the football club has had to make a contribution towards all of this remediation work, and that's come with the help of the East Midlands Development Agency. How did that all happen?
Well, we applied for a grant with them, and they very kindly agreed to give us a grant, which is fantastic. Without them, well, it could be a doubt of whether we could have started without EMDA. They've been brilliant, and we've got nearly £1 million from EMDA.
And for this part of the work, about £500,000.
Yeah, £500,000 is their first payment to Wilson Bowden, which the invoice has gone to them now. So within the next 10 days, I believe it is, they will pay their first £500,000.
And they're going to contribute to the rest of the development as well?
Yes, as and when invoices are produced, as and when work's been done. They'll only pay for, obviously, they'll pay when work's been done.
And presumably all the rest of the funding is sorted as well now?
Yes, that's all in place, as I said at the annual general meeting. If it's not in place, we won't start.
EMDA, of course, involved because this is a regeneration for the good of the community in Chesterfield.
Yes, we've had it's a very large application form that's had to be filled in, and there'll be extra employment as well. That is a very important part of EMDA's strategy.
There's a lot of activity going on around us here, which is obviously to do with Tesco, but it won't be all that long, will it, before there's as much activity on the Chesterfield bit of the site?
No, there'll be a lot of activity on here, but I believe Tesco want to finish before Christmas, so that they can open before Christmas, and we won't be finished until May next year, so they obviously will be well in front of us.
Now that you've decided that the best thing is for, after a 50-week build programme, to move into the new stadium at the start of the 2010-11 season, that just gives you a little bit of leeway as to when you actually start.
Yes, and we want to start in nice weather and give them a good 6 months of good weather to get the thing moving, and then during the winter time I hope that most of the outside work will be done.
Just tell us one thing. I think you've got to do a bit of art, haven't you? Most developments in Chesterfield seem to have some art. What's your bit of artwork going to be?
We don't know, but we've got to spend £30,000 on a piece of art. I don't know what it will be. The chairman of the Football League suggests we have a lump of coal somewhere, but I don't think they'll get away. I'll get away with £30,000 for a lump of coal. But there's one or two ideas we have, and it'll be sorted in plenty of time.
How do you feel at the moment then, having got to this stage after all these years?
Well, it's nice to be out here on a nice day. It's the nicest day we've had since Christmas, I believe, and it's great. I just want to see it started now.
This is another big step forward for the football club, but of course a lot of the supporters are concerned about what's happening on the field. Should they be worried?
Well, we're all worried, obviously. I mean, we've lost, what have we lost now? 2 games in 7? I know it's not good, but it's not the end of the world. But we will sort it, definitely.
Some supporters thinking that you've taken your eye off the ball, in terms of dealing with the stadium and perhaps not as much time spent on the field of play, which perhaps would happen if you didn't have this sort of project. Is that a fair comment or not?
Well, I suppose so, but I've only got 2 eyes, and unfortunately this is taking both of them at the moment. But we are obviously, I mean, we understand the situation of the football club, but we will put it right. And I've talked to you so often about this, and there's not a lot we can do apart from change the manager. What good is that going to do at the moment? We've got the players. It's the players that's got to pull the finger out at the moment, I feel.
The big thing, though, for the future of the football club, I mean, this is the biggest thing that's really happened in its history, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And as I said at the annual general meeting, we don't want to be in Division 2 while we're in the new stadium. We want to start moving upwards. And as soon as this thing gets underway, then this is a start to moving upwards. And we want a new stadium, and we want a football team in the Championship.